Hello everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm Cheryl Gallagher. Let's get started. This presentation explores current trends in space art, emerging technologies, and how we can use AI responsibly while preserving the human creativity and authenticity that remains at the heart of creative expression. This topic remains controversial. People have strong opinions on the matter. I encourage you to listen to the entire presentation and see if there's common ground in the YouTube webinar below in preparation for this Congress. I go into specifics about various platforms and expand upon some of these concepts. If you're interested, feel free to go watch that.
Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Arthur C. Clarke.
Space art has always been much more than illustration. At its best, it serves three important functions. It inspires exploration, it communicates complex scientific ideas to broader audiences, and it allows us to visualize futures that do not yet exist. In many cases, these artistic visions helped shape public interest, scientific discussion, and even influence policy decisions. As we have embraced evolving technologies and creativity, the results are even more inspiring and complex. Space art occupies a unique position between science and imagination. It transforms data into possibility and helps society envision where exploration might take us next. In many ways, imagination is often the first step in discovery. When discussions about AI become controversial, I find it useful to look at history. Every major technological shift in art has generated uncertainty and fear of obliteration of authenticity. The pattern is remarkably consistent. New technologies often begin with skepticism, then comes experimentation, and eventually adoption follows. Over time, the technology becomes integrated into everyday creative practice and enhances, not diminishes, traditional methods and authentic expression. This does not mean that every innovation is equally beneficial, nor does it mean artists should embrace technology uncritically or compromise standards. But history suggests creative fields tend to adapt, evolve, and ultimately incorporate new tools in ways that expand rather than eliminate artistic possibilities. AI may represent the newest chapter in that continuing story. So what exactly does AI contribute? One of its greatest strengths is speed. Tasks that may have required days or weeks of visual iteration can now be explored in hours. This acceleration allows creators to examine multiple possibilities before selecting a final direction. AI could also increase accessibility. Individuals without extensive technical training can experiment with visual concepts that previously required specialized software tools. For space artists, this means greater freedom to explore ideas. View it as a creative accelerator, a tool that helps expand the range of possibilities available during the early stages of ideation and development. Alongside these opportunities come important questions. As AI systems become increasingly capable, traditional ideas about authorship and originality become more nuanced and complicated. Questions about ownership and intellectual property continue to evolve globally as legal systems attempt to address technologies advancing faster than regulation. Beyond legal concerns, there are philosophical questions. What originality means when machines can generate images based on patterns learned from enormous data sets. How much human contribution is necessary before a work becomes genuinely creative? These discussions extend far beyond space art. They are reshaping creative practice across nearly every artistic discipline. And while definitive answers remain elusive, engaging with these questions is becoming an essential part of responsible AI use. Despite rapid capabilities of AI, human creativity remains fundamentally different. Humans contribute intention. We contribute experience. We contribute emotion, culture, memory, personal perspective, and individual style. AI contributes something else. It excels at recognizing patterns, synthesizing information, generating alternatives, and operating at scale. These capabilities are valuable, but they're not the same as meaning. An AI system that can generate thousands of images of a Martian city cannot determine why that city matters. It cannot decide what story should be told. Those decisions all come from people. Perhaps the most important distinction is this: AI can contribute content, but humans generate meaning. The strongest future for space art is not human creativity versus machine capability. It is the thoughtful collaboration between the two. Current research presents a nuanced picture. On the positive side, AI can support creative ideation, increase productivity, and lower barriers to participation. For educators, researchers, and artists, these benefits can be substantial. AI can generate early concepts, explore alternatives, and facilitate experimentation. However, researchers have also identified potential concerns. One concern is cognitive offloading, the tendency to rely on technology for tasks that would otherwise require deeper engagement. Another concern is reduced critical evaluation when users accept generated outputs without sufficient reflection or analysis. There is also the possibility of over-reliance, where creative decision-making gradually shifts from the artist to the system. What's particularly interesting is that the research does not point to either a technological utopia or a creative catastrophe. Instead, the evidence suggests that outcomes depend largely on how the technology is used. The tool itself is not the determining factor. Human choices are. So what does responsible AI use look like in space art? Several principles are emerging as best practices. Maintain human creative direction. AI should support artistic goals rather than determine them. Use AI as an assistant rather than as a substitute for creative thinking. Practice transparency when AI plays a significant role in the creative process. Respect intellectual property and remain aware of evolving legal and ethical considerations. Document creative decisions. Understanding how a work was developed can provide valuable context and strengthen artistic integrity. Continue developing traditional artistic skills. Technology changes rapidly, but fundamental creative abilities remain valuable across a generation of tools. The goal is simply not to just create images more efficiently. The goal is to create meaningful work that benefits from technology while remaining guided by human insight and intention. For just a moment, I'm stepping into a more abstract and expansive expression about the quantum essence of human creativity and the flow state of consciousness. Artificial intelligence is a valuable tool. Every iota of creative effort is brought into being in the unimaginable vastness of universal space-time, each creative event contributing to the whole. Artists will increasingly become curators of possibilities and directors of creative systems, storytellers who continue to connect scientific advancement with human experience, and visionaries who help society imagine futures that have not yet been realized. The need for imagination will not diminish. If anything, it will become even more important. Therefore, on this level of experience, application is key. I'd like to conclude by returning to the essential idea of this presentation. The future is not human or AI. The future is human and AI. Technology alone does not provide purpose. As humanity expands beyond Earth, explores new worlds, our greatest resource remains the same resource that has driven exploration throughout history: our ability to imagine what does not yet exist. Thank you for your attention.